Hey guys, Video Psych here again. I think this might be the last video I make today, but it's a video I've been thinking about making for a short while now. Wanted to just get it out of the way. So, if you don't know what an idolater is, well, think of it this way. Now, there's the people that generally will just get a love doll, for sex. And then there's the people that are kind of more like myself, where, we kind of more or less use it not just for sex, but as a bit of an escape. That's people like myself. But then there's the people beyond that they take it to such an extreme and take it so seriously that, sometimes people might think that they're weird. But, they take the whole relationship thing and, care of the doll and everything very seriously. And that's what you might call an idolater. Now, some of these people I've seen, do things like, go on walks with them. I've seen them, even go to great lengths to put them, at their table, to have dinner. I mean, just you name it. They've pretty much all. I even once saw one guy making, like, on YouTube, like these videos of him was it going across country and doing all this shit with a love doll, like just anything you could possibly think of. He was just going on a round trip with this love doll, just doing shit that people have never done before with one. Just anything. But anyway, so, like kind of Davy Cat. In Davy Cat's case, I would say he actually kind of does have a bit of a fetish for, fembot, love doll kind of deals. I think in his case, he actually kind of does have a fetish for them. And this might be part of I'd say one of the bigger reasons why, is because they actually do have like a legitimate attraction to this kind of stuff. Automatons, and such. But, there's of course, just people like me where, we might see something like that as kind of kinky or kind of sexy, but, I don't have like just a full blown fetish for it. I think that the dolls are very pretty and all that, but, I don't have just a full on fetish for dolls. But for somebody like that, they might, I would say, kind of have a fetish for them. But not only that, sometimes people can be pushed too far, sometimes and there have been some, recorded cases where these people actually have been abused. And sometimes when that happens, sometimes they do maybe in some cases feel like, they can't find a person to, have a relationship with because they've just been pushed too far. They have a disorder, they get pushed so far that they just cannot, think of anybody, not any one person that they could, share their love with, basically, because they've become too, they've been pushed too far. They've become too insecure about that kind of deal. And, it's probably not going to change. Lots of times it tends to not change when that happens. Although some cases have been the same for like people have been abused and they've actually started relationships with animals. Because when they see these animals, the animals are the only things that are giving them love and care and, giving them kisses and stuff and showing affection to them as they grow up. And so they actually, in rarer cases, will actually have a relationship with an animal, whether it be a horse, dog, you name it. But, back to of course, the love dolls. I'm just kind of explaining that. And, occasionally I'll see this guy or somebody post on my, YouTube channel stating something like, oh, I hate women, so I'm just going to get a love doll. And, lots of times I typically will just tell them, I understand what you are going through. And seriously, I do understand. Well, I really do. But, just don't get a love doll for that reason. I mean, for one, you might get over whatever you're going through at the moment. because whatever you're going through might just be a moment. You know what I mean? And then like the next week, you're kind of over it, and then you don't feel like getting a love doll. That's kind of one of the reasons. But also the reason why I tell them not to do that is because that just really isn't a very good state of mind to be in. It's not very healthy. That's how people tend to get into disorders in the first place. They turn misogynistic sometimes. And again, I understand how people can get into that phase. I don't judge, but it's just not a very healthy state to be in, because it just leads to a life of unhappiness for like the rest of your life, for one. And two, you become mentally ill lots of times just over prolonged, if you're just in a prolonged state like that, it's just not good for you. That's what I'm basically trying to say. I'm trying to not mix my words up here. And, that's part of another reason why somebody might, become an idolater, is because they've just been pushed like that in that kind of way. And, I'm not, of course, kind of up with excuses for these types of people. I'm just stating reasons, not excuses. Just like when I tell somebody why I have a love doll, I don't come up with excuses. I come up with reasons why I have one. Not that I really think that they actually have to know the reasons why, and it's not really any of their business, but, I will at least try to tell them if they are willing to listen. But, that's another thing, is that, lots of times people they really are not able to listen. It seems like it's like sometimes human beings just inherently are not capable of just understanding each other sometimes. And that's also another reason why somebody might become an idolater, because at least the doll will listen to you in a sense. At least they won't just tell you to shut up. They won't smack you in the face if they get mad at you. They will legitimately, in a sense, listen to you and what you are saying to them. Also, just, the simple fact that, if you want them to be around, you can bring them out, from the closet or whatever, wherever you keep them, if you keep them anywhere, of course. I know there's some extreme guys that don't keep them anywhere. They just keep them out all the time. But anyway, you can put them away when you want. If you just want some privacy, you can just put them away whenever you want. If you want something to talk to or just, have sex with, you can just bring them back out just whenever you want. In a sense, some people might feel that they're always there for you. They're always are there just waiting for you. And when you want to have fun, just like a video game system, that video game system is always waiting for you to play with it, right? And it's the same thing with a love doll. You can have fun with that machine or the love doll whenever you want. It's just simple as that. There have been plenty of cases growing up, for myself even, where, I'll invite people to parties and they'll even say shit like, "Oh, I'll come" and stuff. But then the next day they'll get drunk with their buddies or something, and they just end up not coming. In fact, that actually happened on my 21st birthday, actually, where I was going to see at least a couple of buddies that I knew from work, and then they just end up just not coming. It's just, people can also disappoint you, sometimes. And, they can write you off sometimes like that. Of course, after that, we really weren't as good of friends after that, really. It sucks sometimes when that happens. And, some of the reasons why some might do it is because, they feel that, this doll, that they will never leave them, basically. I'm trying to not overcomplicate what I'm saying. And, this in a sense is kind of understandable. Sometimes these people have been in and out of relationships, and they feel that they are out of control of their lives, and they feel that with this love doll that they're at least in control of something, right? That's at least what I'm trying to say, is that lots of people feel that they don't have control of their lives nowadays, especially. They just don't feel like they have control of their lives. And at least, I guess, with this doll, they at least have control of something, right? But, that being said, I guess I'll end this video. Not that I don't think that there's more to say, but I think I've kind of made my points. But you guys can, just lay down your comments and everything, questions. And I guess I'll just see you guys in the next video. Bye.